Good afternoon, everybody, on my behalf as well. Good to see all of you. So, Rajesh, I think Rajesh, you need no introduction to this group. So, please, Rajesh, please proceed.
So yeah, guys, I'm not sure how many of you attended the previous session. So we'll just start with a slight recap of previous session. As you all know, this is a 4-session series that we started, the principles of financial freedom, where we would be taking you through all the aspects of what are the things that are required to be done to attain financial freedom. It's a 4-session series. Last session, we spoke about mindset and money. Today we'll be talking about how should we responsibly plan our personal finances, how should we define our financial goals, set our retirement age, and ultimately how to create a roadmap for attaining our financial goals. Next session, what we'll be doing is once these goals are set, we would be mapping and evaluating what are the various options available to reach to our goals, keeping in mind understanding what is our risk appetite, how can we understand the risk appetite, and then what are the various investment options that suit both your financial goal as well as your risk appetite, and ultimately designing a roadmap with a goal-based investing mindset. And last session, what would be focusing primarily on retiring with peace of mind. So how can you start from today, start taking actions, and then retire with a peace of mind. Here, what I would be taking is persons who would be doing all the exercises and things by session 3 and submit all the details to me. I would prefer taking up a case study of theirs so that how can a detailed retirement plan can be designed for yourself with a detailed action plan. That how can you create an action plan, how can you understand your retirement goals and all. So let's see who would be that lucky guy in the session 4. So just a quick recap about session 1. In session 1, we just try to figure out what does money mean to you. That because money means different thing. Money doesn't mean just the currency notes in your wallet. Money means different thing to different people. We all have different beliefs about money. Like I have grown up believing that to earn money, one needs to work hard. My dad used to say, "पैसे पेड़ पे नहीं उगते, मेहनत करनी पड़ती है." Okay. And second thing which I've always grown is anything that I desired, I used to get a constant reply from my mom saying that we can't afford it. ये अपने हैसियत से बाहर है. We can't afford it. So somewhere it crept into my mind where I started working damn hard for money. Even there were opportunities where I could easily create money legally, ethically, create money with less efforts, but still I used to choose the harder way. Because somewhere in my mind it crept in कि boss, अगर सही तरीके से पैसा कमाना, if I have to earn money in the right way, I need to work hard. But guys, if really hard workers only earn money, then I think the highest paymasters, highest the paycheck should be received by the laborers because they do the highest physical work. But we hardly realize it, isn't it? And then my mom's word saying that we can't afford, we can't afford, we can't afford. And even I started talking to my own kids the same way. Whenever they say, no, it's too expensive, we can't afford. Okay. Somewhere I got present to this pattern that, okay, even I'm teaching my kids about, rather than looking at that, how can I afford it? I'm trying to teach them was, please discard, straightway refine. You don't even aspire to buy certain expensive things for you. Straightway close your dreams, shut down your dreams, saying that, no, I cannot afford it. So there are sort of money beliefs like this. I just want to know. I want to want each one of you to type into the chat window. What are this kind of money beliefs that you guys have? How many of you have got a similar kind of money beliefs? And what is your money belief? Your belief about money? Anything. Start typing into the chat window. Okay, Paras says time is money. There's only one person responding. Okay, money is opportunity. Okay, guys, let's have a deal here. Okay, if see, thing is, one of the best way of interaction is chat window, and I want a quicker responses into the chat window. Money is freedom. For me, it's a crucial tool to attain the bigger goal. Nice essay. A medium to ease your life to some extent. Kavitha, security. Okay, money means security to you. Okay, fine. So can you see the same money means different. For someone, it's a money generating tool. Someone, it's a tool to attain their goals. Someone, it gives a sense of security. And for a few, it gives a sense of freedom. So there are different beliefs and nothing right or wrong. The thing is, we need to be present. We need to be aware of what are our money beliefs and how these money beliefs are limiting us. Like Kavita, for example, for you, money means security. So the moment you say money means security, somewhere subconsciously, you are reducing your risk appetite because money means security to you. You need to keep that money very secured with you. You cannot let it go. So your risk taking ability will never expand. Why? Because any slighter risk will make you frightened. What if I lose this money? So you will always try to go for a safer investment options like fixed deposit. So this is how subconsciously our beliefs start limiting our own ability to deal with money. And this is what you need to know, that what are your beliefs. Get present to your beliefs and see that how these beliefs are limiting to you. Now, when it comes to money mindset, there are three aspects of money: about earning, about spending, third is managing money. Earning money, frankly speaking, is somewhat easy because we are taught from childhood how to earn money. How to earn money. It's all fed that okay, you study well so that you can earn money. You work hard so that you will earn money. It's all about earning money. But when it comes to spending money, we basically see from how our parents have uh, allowed us to spend in our childhood. Had it been a lavish lifestyle, we still start living lavish. Had it been very preserved, very conservative, we still continue that. So it is something which we inherit from our parents. And managing money, and yeah, spending money not only with parents, even peers. Basically, like most of you must be IT guys. So in IT guys, there's a lot of peer exposure because you spend a lot of time with your friends than with your family. And by seeing each other, arey yaar, he has got a iPhone new model. Sorry, I don't even collect what is a newer model. Guys, what is the newer latest model of iPhone? What is the latest model of iPhone? iPhone 12. Okay. And how much it costs? 1.5 lakhs. Najmuddin says a kidney. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good. So for someone, iPhone becomes a status symbol, isn't it? For someone, it's like yeah, waste of money, and for someone, it's scary. Like Najmuddin says, boss, मेरी kidney ले लो, लेकिन iPhone नहीं खरीदूंगा. Okay. So how we have the way we look at spending our money and then managing money. Managing money is something which I would say we are never taught. We always do it by trial and error. और ये trial and error कैसे होता है? Number one, Google Baba जिंदाबाद. Number two, my friend is a financial expert, or my Baba is a financial expert. My Chacha is a financial expert. Isn't it? We all learn managing money by trial and error. We have never learned it in a proper way. And that's why I always keep on saying, we all work hard to earn money, but we fail to work hard to manage our money very well. So we also learn that, okay, earning money, how the different ways, hard money, smart money, easy money. I don't want to get now much into it, but I just covered in brief about the same. But managing money is something which I want to look into, that people, for in regard to managing money are three types. One, a warrior. Second, conscious. Third, greedy. Warrior is someone who's always worried. He's always worried that what would be the future of his money. No matter how much his money grows, no matter how much it is, he's always worried कि boss, someone will snatch away money, मेरा पैसा डूब जाएगा. What if share market falls down? What if I give someone money and tomorrow he becomes insolvent? It is always that what if that happened? What if this happened? What is that happened? Second is conscious. Someone who consciously manage money. He plans money very well, saying that, okay, I need money for this purpose, so let me invest here. I need money for this purpose after 10 years, let me invest here. That's how it does. And third is greedy. Greedy people are the people who basically, no matter what happens, no matter whatever is the risk, no matter of risk of losing your entire money, they want money to grow multiple times. For them, 10%, 12%, 15% return, लगता है कुछ नहीं है. It's nothing. They want money to double in just a year. And in fact, for few people, even year is a very long time. And if you don't believe me, then see the kind of people who joined into the stock market. From last March, I know I train people in how to invest into the stock markets, and I see the kind of expectations people have when it come to investing into the stock market. They feel investing into the stock market is like something with a magic wand. आज पैसा डाला 2 महीने में डबल 3 महीने में डबल. It just doubles. The people speak about doubling money, but people forget that 98% of the people who invest into the stock market ultimately lose money. So it is a greedy. So now you need to decide what kind of person, what kind of attitude you would like to have with regard to managing your hard-earned money. So let me know what kind of person you would like to be. Would you like to be a warrior, someone who consciously deal and manage money, or someone who is really greedy? And please, boss, no one is judging you, so be frank. Whatever you feel you are, be frank. Don't say, okay, if I type greedy, what people will think about me. Conscious, 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 conscious. Nilanjan, aggressive. Okay, nice way of putting. Here, greedy thoda kharab lagta hai. Greedy doesn't look nice. Let me put aggressive. Good, Nilanjan. I really appreciate your innovative style of putting it. Anand says warrior. Okay. So whatever may be your style, be conscious of it. Yeah, Snehit, I'm not saying greedy is bad. I neither said warrior is bad. I neither said greedy is bad. I neither said conscious is good. Okay. See, this is how we start making meanings out of it. I didn't say greedy is bad. Only thing is, I want you to get present. What is the way you manage money? What is the way you manage money? And be present to the risks involved or the limitations of your approach of managing money. And if you want, then you can fine tune your approach. It's all up to you, because आखिर boss पैसा आपका है. It is your money, no one else's money. So you have every right to deal with your money the way you want. If you want, after this session, you can go out, put your money into drain. No one can stop you. It's not illegal. It's neither unethical. Nothing. It's your money. You can do whatever you want. Am I clear? So last week I gave people assignment to set up, understand what is your status, create your balance sheet. Okay. Anyone who attended the previous session, the session 1? Any one of you who attended the session 1? Okay, Shaili. Okay. So Shaili, I shared that Excel sheet in the group. Could you go through it? No. Okay. So guys, since most of you are new to this session, you have not attended the previous session, fine. What I would be doing is, there is an Excel sheet where you can start planning your financials. I shared in the group previous time. I would again share today in the WhatsApp group. I hope you are aware of the WhatsApp group, Happy Money group. So I would be sharing this Excel sheet. I would be sharing this Excel sheet in the group. Yeah. So what you need to do, First thing, see, get present to your current status. Get present to your current status and prepare. Yes, the invite would be shared in the group at the end of the session today. Yeah. Yeah, Arti, don't worry. I will be share. My colleague would be sharing the link to join the WhatsApp group by end of the session today. Okay. Yeah. Lakshmi, you can share it the link once, but anyway, after the session, we'll be again sharing the link. Okay. Yeah. So I want you all to please go through the Excel sheet. I will just show you the Excel sheet. I will just take you to the Excel sheet. Yes. This is the financial planning workbook. This is the financial planning workbook. Okay. What I want you all is to please start making your own balance sheet. Prepare your own balance sheet to understand what is your current status, where you are. Once you have prepared this balance sheet with regard to what is your cash in hand, what are your assets, write down all your liabilities as on date, including your credit card outstanding, everything. Then start getting present to your incomes and expenditure. What is your annual income and what is your expenses? What is it? No, Vishwanathan, unfortunately, we cannot share the recorded video. This particular 4-session series we have created and we are not sharing the recorded video. But let me see, let me talk to my colleagues what if anything can be done. Yeah. So your income and expenditure. So figure out, get present to where are your money coming in and where is your money ultimately going out. And finally, break it up into how much money you are spending on your essentials, how much money is going into your EMIs, how much money you it's going into your lifestyle expenses, and savings and investments where the money is going to. So I will be sharing this Excel sheet and I want you all to please fill in this, and get present to it. Okay. Then next step, what we'll be doing is I will tell you today. Yeah. So I want you to fill the balance sheet and also income and expenditure. And then the further thing I'll be taking up now. So what you need to do further up is start planning your finances. So how are you going to responsibly plan your finances? So a person can responsibly plan his finances first by getting present to where his currently money is coming in and where it is going out. Second, channelizing his income to distribute it in such a manner that his ultimate saving percentage goes up year on year. So get present to that how much of your annual income is going towards your savings. Is it 10%? Is it 20%? Or is it 30%? Tell me, as per you, what would be an appropriate saving percentage? Like if you are earning, say, 10 lakhs per annum, how much, what is the percentage of the your annual income you should be saving? Minimum, bare minimum. I'm speaking about the bare minimum, not the maximum. Maximum, there is no limit, but what is the bare minimum? Ankit says 30%, Nikita 20%, Anida Naidu 30%, Najmuddin 25%. Good, guys. I'm really happy to see the percentages that you have mentioned because none of you have mentioned less than 20%. So the bare minimum should be 20%. So see that 20% of your annual income is goes to saving, and aspire to increase it year on year so that you reach around 30 to 40%. Try to reach, have a target of reaching 40% of your income into savings. But the bare minimum should be 20%, irrespective of even if you have home loan EMIs, you may have personal EMIs, whatever EMIs you may have, still 20% of your income should go for saving for your long-term goals. I will tell you why. Why you should? Because what happens is, if you see from age 20 till age 80, at various stages of life, your requirement changes. Your requirement changes, your priority changes. Now at 40, I may be looking at buying a home. But Will I achieve it at 40 if I have not started planning for it when I'm already 30? No, it will not happen. But our default way is, what happens is, we always focus on the nearest milestone, that after a year I have this expenditure, after 6 months I have this expenditure. So our horizon of planning doesn't go beyond a year. We always plan what is an immediate expenditure or what is an immediate major expenditure that is available. We hardly think about the long term goals or the long term expenditures that we need to handle it, manage it. We always is, okay, tab ki tab dekhenge, when it happens I will see. No, you need to start planning from today itself for each and everything. In fact, retirement is the last milestone, isn't it? Retirement is the last financial milestone. But the proper way of planning for your retirement should be that from the day you start earning, ensure that 5% of your income goes for your retirement. No matter what, 5% of your income should go for your retirement. 5% of your income should go for your kids planning. So this takes your 10% of your savings, and rest 10% should go for your other midterm goals. Am I clear? 5% of your earnings from the age of 25 itself. Many people say, yeah, I'm just 25. In fact, last week I was just doing a retirement planning of financial planning of one of my clients. I had to suggest him that you should start planning for retirement. He says, राजेश भाई मेरी अभी तक शादी नहीं हुई और आप मेरे बुढ़ापे की बात कर रहे हैं, आप मेरे रिटायरमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं. यार पहले बीवी बच्चे फिर रिटायरमेंट. That is how we normally think. But no, what we need to, that is, see, ultimately we are not going to stay forever, isn't it? We know that somewhere we would die. But do you know when I will be going to die? Does any one of you know what is your lifespan? कोई है तो बता दो. Do we have any fortune tellers? ज्योतिषी है क्या अपने पास कोई जो देख के बता सकता है कि that he can tell me that what is my life, that Rajesh you are going to live only till 60 or 65? Is there anyone? Yes or no, boss? Answer. नहीं है, नहीं पता तो no बोलो. Do you know when are you going to die? No. We don't know when are we going to die, isn't it? So when we don't know when are we going to die, but we know that somewhere after I achieve my 50, 55, max 60, I would not be in a position to work, isn't it? That's certain. You know very well. So when you know that retirement is very certain, but how long you will live after retirement is not very certain, isn't it prudent that you start planning for your retirement so that it doesn't become a burden? And that's why always remember 5% of your earning from the day one should go towards your retirement, 5% for your kids planning, that is 10%, rest 10% should go for your other financial goals. Now, how to define your financial goals? This is how. Even this sheet is available in the Excel sheet. I will just show you. My goals. Yes, my goals is a sheet. Now, anyone quickly tell, anyone who want to create a financial goal. Anyone having kids? Anyone having kids?
Yes.
Who's this?
This is Devoshmita.
Okay, Goshmita, just a minute. Can you switch on your video?
Video.
Devoshmita, can you switch on your video?
Like, is there a necessity for that?
No, it is not, but if you can, I would be happy.
No, actually.
Okay, fine. Not an issue. Not an issue. Okay, Devoshmita. So, chalo, I will not bother you by asking you to show your beautiful face. Okay, so Devoshmita, how old are your kids?
Mine was 18 months old.
18 months old. Okay. So 18 months old means, okay, 18 months, 1.5 year old. Okay. So let's do about your kids' education planning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how this sheet works is, what you need to first create is, write down what is the current cost. So today, if you want to go for your kids' higher education, say
Mm-hmm.
your kids want to do an MBA, she want to go become a pilot or anything, she want to do MSc, whatever it is, would you prefer to make her study in India or send her abroad?
India.
India. Okay. So as per you, what would be an average cost of the higher education of a child currently? Whether she wants to do an MBA from a very good institution, or whether she want to pursue her science in a very good institution, or she want to do an MBBS, what could be the uh, on an average cost? That
Around 30 lakhs.
around 30 lakhs. Okay. So your daughter is currently how many years old? She's just 1.5 years old.
Yes.
Okay. And by when she would get into her higher education?
Around 16, 17 years from now.
Around 16, 17 years from now. So I would take it 17 years from now. Okay. Um, any idea what education inflation is in India? At what rate education cost has been increasing in India, is likely to increase in India?
No, don't have the interest.
Okay. Mr. Krishnamon says 20%. Mr. Krishnamon, yes, earlier the education inflation was very high in India, but currently, if you see, it has come down to, yes, Kiran, you are bang on, it has come down to somewhere between 10 to 15%. And going forward, because the way the number of, see, if you see about like 15 years back, we were deprived of engineering colleges, and today there is a state where engineering colleges are empty and are getting closed for lack of students. Okay, so this is how the higher education system, as it is improving, the cost of higher education is dropping down in India. So current the inflation is between 10 to 15, but if I keep the average of next 17 years, can I take safely around 8%? Is 8% fine?
Yes.
Fine. Okay, so here it is. For 30 lakhs today would be almost triple 1 lakhs. What a beautiful figure here. Okay. Triple 1 lakhs. That is 1.11 crore is something that you need to accumulate by the time your daughter, it's your daughter or son?
Son.
Son. Okay. What's his name?
Ayansh.
Ayansh.
Yes.
Okay. So you would be needing 1.11 crores by the time Ayansh turns 19 and he gets into higher education. So this is how you would be defining your goal. So what you need to fill in is, you need to fill in the current cost, how many years to go, and what is the expected interest inflation rate in future, not the current. So we are in a deflation economy. Slowly our inflation rates is getting reduced. If 10 years back our inflation rate was somewhere around 10 to 9%, today it is between 5 to 6%. Okay, so our inflation rate is going up, because as India develops, as the country develops, the inflation rate will start dropping, the value of money will start increasing, and inflation rate will start dropping. So you need to be slightly practical in trying to figure out your interest rates. Is this goal sheet very clear? And once this has been done, you need to rank your goals in the order of priority. So here in the sheet already there are certain predetermined set of goals. So every Indian ko hote, because we already aspire to educate our childs. We always aspire to have a lavish wedding for our kids. We don't know by the time they grow, by the time Ayansh will grow 21, 24 or 25, he will just say, Mom, she's your daughter-in-law.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, but we still plan for our kids' wedding. We still have dreams for our kids' wedding. Finally, retirement. This is highly neglected goal.
Correct.
Yeah. And then we also have other wealth creation goals like home. You want to create wealth for yourself. You want to buy a vehicle. You want to go on a world tour. There can be any other goal, boss. Every goal has got a financial cost. So put that. Everything that comes to your mind, put it. Clear? So am I very clear that how you need to determine your financial goals?
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys can use that Excel sheet to determine your financial goals and then figure out what is the total amount So whatever is your expected future cost is the ticket size for your financial freedom. Ki boss, the day you have earned this much amount into your kitty, you can be rest assured that you need not earn anything in future. Am I right? Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. Second way is whatever earning that is required to reach you to that, if you are able to generate a passive income, which is earning that amount regularly, even then you are financially free. So the ticket to financial freedom is always in your hands, and there are only two ways for it: either enhance your passive income or reduce your expenses and increase your savings. So once we have defined all the financial goals, as I told you, one of the most neglected is retirement, and that's where I want to draw your attention. That why retirement planning? Why the hell should I plan for my retirement? If I would have said someone about a decade or 2 decades back, they would have kicked me off. They would say, why I'm making my kid study, why I'm making my son study, so that tomorrow he grows up, he will take care of me. He's my retirement plan, isn't it? Our fathers and forefathers, the retirement plan was kids. More number of kids, the more secure my retirement is, isn't it? But how many of you can tell wholeheartedly that yes, my kid is going to take care of me post my retirement? How many of you have a confidence? If you have a confidence, say yes. If you don't have a confidence, say maybe. Don't say no. Don't say no. Say maybe. Because we should be optimistic no matter what. So Kuldeep CG says yes. So he has a confidence that his son or daughter, whoever maybe, because I don't differentiate. I have got 2 daughters. So there's no differentiation. Maybe taking care of parents by kids. Good. Yeah, Sanshek, good. So this is certain Indian values. This is certain Indian values which we have imbibed for years. But now, with the influence of Western culture, with kids getting more independent, there's nothing wrong. Everyone wants to live their own life now. They don't want to get bounded. And finally, if you see, we are in a society where we have nuclear families. We are nuclear families. So obviously, I've got my 2 daughters. They both will don't know where in this planet they will go and settle down. I never know. I would be left alone with my daughter, with my wife, isn't it? So should I still be banking on them, or should I plan for my own retirement? I feel I should. Of course, there's nothing wrong, even if you say you should not. But yes, the prudent thing is hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. And the worst thing more is, why should I plan? Because life expectancy is increasing, guys. Life expectancy. See, there is a perception that people are dying young, but no. Statistics says different. Statistics give a different picture. In 1960, the average life expectancy in India was somewhere around 40, and then in the world was 50 plus. And today, around in 2020, the average life expectancy in India is 69 years, and across the world, it is around 70 to 73 years. And by the time we retire, maybe 2030 or 2040, our life expectancies would be somewhere around 75 plus. 75 plus. And if I retire at 55, there are another 20 years of my life which I need to fund myself without earning. And 20 years is not a small. It is not a small, isn't it? That is why you need to plan your retirement early, because you are increasing life expectancy. Second, rising healthcare cost. Healthcare cost is increasing like a bomb. I know I see medical claims. Like about 5 to 10 years back, having a medical bill of 2 to 3 lakhs was itself is a big thing. But today, 2 to 3 lakhs bill in an hospital is a very normal. We are seeing bills of 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, and COVID has even shown us 20 plus lakhs, isn't it? The healthcare cost is increasing drastically. Third, the business environment is disruptive. people. And it's not just for business people. It impacts the salaried employee, because at the end of the day, if your employer business gets disrupted, you are also thrown off, isn't it? This pandemic, how many people lost their jobs because their employer's business went bust or went down, isn't it? So, and fourth major reason is there are a lot of expenses which we cannot even plan today. Like 10 years or 20 years back, if someone would say your internet bill would be a major cost, or than internet bill, your digital streaming subscriptions. People are paying like 400, 500 bucks for Netflix, and they don't just pay for Netflix. They have like Hotstar, they have got Amazon, all, and all put together would be costing somewhere around 700 to 800 per month, isn't it? All these expenditure were never even thought of 10 to 15 years back. And similarly, when we retire, we don't know what kind of expenditures we would be required to incur. Never know. Maybe we would be even required to incur, like water cost may become a major expenditure in future. Who knows? I perceive that. Yes, I feel that somewhere water will become one major expenditure for people by the time we retire. So how should I be calculating my retirement corpus? So how should I be calculating the retirement corpus? The same thing is again available in this sheet. This Excel sheet will guide you how can you plan for your retirement corpus. Now let's take an example. Okay, how it starts. Is this visible? I would just expand the size. Yeah, I think now it should be fine. Am I right? Is it fine now? Yeah. So I've taken two scenarios. I've taken two scenarios where I've taken that if I retire today, me and my wife, what is the bare minimum expenditure that would be required would be 50,000. 50,000 would be living comfortable. But what I would aspire, if a lifestyle, like I should be able to go for a holiday once in 3 months or 6 months, go on to a pilgrimage, something of that sort. So if I have to lead that kind of slightly better lifestyle or slightly lavish lifestyle, what would be my expenditure? 1 lakh per month. So what is the annual expenditure if I retire today? Minimum 6 lakhs, and my desired is somewhere around 12 lakhs. Now what is my current age? It's 40. I plan to retire at 55, so that by the time both my daughters are settled. My elder daughter Naina is 14 years old. My younger Achal is 12 years old. Okay. And by the time they turn 25 each, I would be happily retiring. And then 55, I can plan my retirement. You see? So I've got 15 years to go. Now, expected inflation rate. Expected inflation for our regular lifestyle is somewhere around 5 to 6%. So I feel it 5% is more than enough. So at 5%, what is the future value of my expenditure? Today, what I need 6 lakhs would become somewhere around 12.5 lakhs. It will become 12.5 lakhs. Now, if I make it 7%, which we thought would be a better proposition so that I'm fully prepared, it would be 16.55 lakhs. Now, what should be my minimum corpus? My minimum corpus is somewhere I should plan for minimum 20 years, and keeping the inflation and everything in mind, and also medical advancement in mind, 35 times of my future annual expenditure. So 20 times is the minimum. 20 times of my future annual expenditure is the minimum, 35 times. So today, if I'm planning for my retirement, my minimum goal of retirement corpus would be sum of 3.3 crores, and my aspired, my minimum corpus target, 11 crores is my desired target. Is this clear? Or shall we take anyone's live example? What do you say, guys? Is it clear? If it is clear, type clear. And if you want me to take one more example, I will take one more example. You guys need to understand this very well. so that these numbers fit into your mind. Clear? Yeah, good. So today I'm very clear. I'm very clear, boss. Ki minimum, bare minimum 3.5 crores is my target, but my ultimate.
Sorry, I joined a bit late and I couldn't get the point what you're discussing, but I completely know that you are planning for the retirement at 55 in next 15 years, how we need to make the
Ravi, forget about my retirement. Let's talk about your retirement now. Okay, now tell me that if you retire today, what is the kind of lifestyle that you would be desiring of, and what would be the minimum cost of that lifestyle? Like your rental, your regular expenditure, your medical expenditure, all put together, your insurance bills, everything put together, what would be the minimum amount you think would be?
Could be around 10 to 20 lakhs per year.
10 to 20 lakhs per year.
Expenditures.
So, okay, so I would say that minimum would be 1 lakh.
Yeah, per month.
Minimum 1 lakh per month.
Yes.
And 2 lakhs per year, and maximum would be 2 lakhs.
Yes.
Okay. Surendra, I will come to your question after this. What is your current age, Ravi?
38.
38. 38. Okay. And what is your retirement age that you are planning? Your desired retirement age?
45.
45. How old are your kids?
Not yet.
Not yet. Are you planning?
Yeah.
Okay. So you will have to add here. Why I asked this was, now here it is not just about your lifestyle. See, you are 38 and if you want to retire at 45, you have just got 7 years. Now in 7 years, if you have a kid next year, okay, he or she would be only 5 to 6 years. So there are another 20 years where you will have to fund your kid. Isn't it? So it is not just about you, your wife, it is also about your kids' future thing also. So you will have to keep that also in mind at the time of planning. I hope this 1 lakh and 2 lakhs include that. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So what would be the expected inflation rate as per you?
I don't have any idea about it.
Okay. If you don't have any idea, recommend to please keep it between 6 to 10%. Don't 10% is too high. As I told you, we are actually in reducing inflation. 6 to 7% would be a very decent inflation percentage to plan yourself. Now, Ravi, your future cost would be somewhere around 20 lakhs minimum and 38 lakhs. And the minimum corpus that you should be planning would be, I would not say 20, but it would be around 35 times. The minimum corpus that you should create in the next 7 years would be somewhere around 6.7 crores. And your target, your aspiration should be somewhere around 13.5 crores.
30.5.
Okay.
What is minimum and desired? Desired is the one in which we are like, having a good life, and minimum is just that bare minimum things.
Bare minimum to sustain, right? Bare minimum with a decent lifestyle. I'm not saying garibi wala lifestyle. See, there is something, boss, I'm happy with this, but I desire something else. Okay, I am happy with my item, but I desire to have a Mercedes. So item buri nahi hai, but I desire to have Mercedes. So there's nothing wrong in desiring a Mercedes, isn't it?
Yeah, there is. Similarly, that I charge 75,000 per session, but I will charge, but they will not pay me, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So this is what it is, and why I say this should be your target. Like, see, if you are creating a corpus of 675 lakhs, Okay. And you would be generating, say, a return of somewhere around 7% to 8%, because at that time, your income or generations would become very low. Okay.
Mhm.
What would be your what would be your uh, yearly annual income? It would be somewhere around 47. But 7% itself is a very high. For retired people, we always see what would be the risk-free return. Now, currently, what is the risk-free return? Risk-free return is when you put your money into fixed deposits. Now, if you are putting into fixed deposit, what is the kind of return that you can expect?
5% or 8%, not more than that.
4.5%.
Somewhere around.
Okay. Yeah, 5% plus is for retired people. So since we are retired, okay, half the percent ज़्यादा मिलेगा, so around 5%. So by the time we retire, you retire in the next 7 years, you can look at a rate of somewhere around 5% or 5.5%. If that is the case, 37 lakhs would be your regular income, which would ensure that you get a decent lifestyle.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is what I said. So 6.5 crores should be your minimum retirement corpus goal. Okay. And if you're not able to achieve this, and if you end up achieving this, still, see here,
Yeah.
you'll be
Yeah.
getting your 21 lakhs with 5.5%. You'll be getting your 21 lakhs, which you are aspiring to. So this is how. So once we know this is the corpus, you know the goal in mind, you can start planning for it. Is it clear now?
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah. And as I told you, what does 20 times and 25, 35 times figure imply? How those figures? Essay 20 times is because, see, if we retire at somewhere around 50, I take minimum 20 years, we would be a post-retirement life. And if our age goes beyond 75, 80, 30 to 35 is going to be your post-retirement age. So you should have a corpus that should be meeting the bare minimum, that at least 20 years post my retirement I would be living. And because of the medical advancement and the way our mortality rate, that is our average lifespan, is increasing, I should be prepared even to live 30, 35 years. Because you would not say, boss, I have saved only for 20 years, so God, please take me off this planet after 20 years. You cannot. That's not in your hand. Isn't it? So you should be prepared even for 35. That is a worst scenario. Okay, boss, I would be living. I don't know how many of you feel it's a worst scenario, but yes, that's what the scenario is. So that is the whole rationale of 20 and 35. Now, this picture, please have this picture in your mind. Why starting? SA says, SA, you are putting me a direct message. It would be good if you put it to everyone so that others also see your questions. You are asking about, shouldn't the expected inflation rate increase or be different in the desired column? No, because inflation would be one and the same. What is the desired column and the minimum column is the kind of lifestyle that you want to. And we are taking current cost. And basically with the inflation rate, automatically your desired and minimum both are expanding. So that is being taken care of. So you need not worry about having different inflation rate for minimum and desired. Am I clear? Yeah. So keep this image in your mind that earlier you plan, the easier would be the journey towards your goal. Like we just saw Ravi Kiran's at the age of 38, if he's planning to retire at 45 in the next 7 years, what is the kind of steep journey he has to reach to his goal? But if someone at 25, if he's planning for 45, he has got another 20 years. So easily with bare minimum savings, annual savings, he can. So that's the reason for someone at 25, if he starts accumulating 5% of his annual income towards retirement, he can easily achieve his retirement goal. So with this, we are end of today's session. Next session, what we would be taking care of is what are the various investment options that you have and how can you understand your risk appetite, and then see that where you should start investing into to reach your ultimate financial goals and ultimate goal of financial freedom. Guys, you can follow me on LinkedIn and Insta. I've presented both the places in the name of RJ FinTalks, Rajesh Jain Financial Talks, RJ FinTalks. And the link of our WhatsApp group, Happy Money Club, is posted in the chat window. You guys can click onto that link and join that WhatsApp group. Now, what happens in that WhatsApp group is, first, we keep on having at least 1 or 2 interactions on various personal financial topics. Second, there all the participants, we have about 160 plus participants, members in the group as on date. Any questions related to personal finance is answered by me in that WhatsApp group. I'm personally present and I monitor that group, and I keep responding to all your personal finance queries. And I repeat, it is related to personal finance queries and not any other queries. So this is a pure group related to only personal finance. Here there is nothing else, no good morning, good evening, no forwards, nothing. Okay.
I'm not able to find you in LinkedIn.
RJ FinTalks. You can share this RJ FinTalks. Okay. Any queries, guys?
Rajesh has one small request. Can we get this recording? As I missed this session at the beginning.
I'm not the right person to answer this. Suresh, can you reply to this?
Ravi Kiran, I will ping you in WhatsApp separately. Could you please share with me your number so that?
Yeah, okay, I can post it here. That's my number.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, guys, and the Excel sheet would be shared with you. Lakshmi, can you do one thing? I will share the Excel sheet with you, so you have the participants' email IDs. Can you please email it to them?
Sure, definitely, Rajesh. I will share with you.
Yeah, so guys, you will get the Excel sheet which I demonstrated today in your emails. And also, I will be posting it in the WhatsApp group. So you please join the WhatsApp group. I'll be sharing my that Excel sheet directly into the WhatsApp group as well.
Yeah, okay, Rajesh. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, especially Rajesh. And thank you, everyone. We had the session every month, second week or third week.
Our house, vehicle, cash, gold is a part of your corpus. Surinder, yes, it's part of your corpus. Your house, you should take 80% of your market value. House, you should take 80% of your market value. Vehicle, I would prefer not to take it because at the end of the day, it's a depreciating asset. So any asset that appreciates should be part of your corpus. Any asset that is depreciating should be excluded. Gold, obviously, yes, it's an appreciating asset, so you can. SSS, is it good to stay on a rent or buy a house? Boss, there are two things. Financially, if you ask me, it is always prudent to rent a house. So that based on your lifestyle, based on your requirement, you can always change. If you see traditionally, when our fathers used to plan for a home, it was when they were about to retire, isn't it? And why? But today, I've got 2 daughters, 14 and 12. Now today, if I buy a house, I would be buying minimum 3 BHK house, isn't it? Minimum 3 BHK. I would desire to have a 4 BHK because I've got my 2 daughters, I've got my mother, me and my wife. So 3 rooms for us and 1 for guest room. So I would desire to have a 4 BHK flat, but if I cannot afford, at least I need to buy a 3 BHK. But by the time I retire at 55, I'm not sure my mom would be there or not. I'm pretty sure my daughters would not be there with me. They would be staying either in their hostels or cities where they are doing their jobs, or if they marry by them, they would be with their in-laws or by their husband, isn't it? So at that point of time, this 3 BHK, 4 BHK will become a burden for me. I got my neighbor. They are just two old people, and they have got a 1600 square feet flat. Just two of them stay in this 1600 square foot flat, and they can't leave it because they have got emotional attachment. Hamara ghar hai. But if it is a rented house, they would have easily moved to a smaller house, isn't it? So that is the practical aspect. But yes, emotionally, at the end of the day, apna ghar rehta hai. So balancing between both, the best thing would be that you buy a home only when your savings are enough to pay for the entire home. Don't buy a home by taking a home loan. You may end up taking a home loan. You may have your savings intact and you can take a home loan. But don't go and buy a house just because you have an access to home loan. So if I want to buy a 1 crore flat today, my net worth should be already 1 crore plus. I may still go and choose to take a 80 lakhs home loan. But my net worth when I'm buying this home should be more than the cost of the home. And that should be kept in mind. Still, if someone wants to go to buy a home based on the EMIs, then the thumb rule is your EMI should not be more than 35% of your monthly income, not more than 1/3. Best would be if you can keep it within 20-25%, but it should not cross 35%. Why I'm saying every scenario is each one of you need not think like me. मैं थोड़ा ज़्यादा practical हूँ. So I've given you the scenarios where you can buy a house or rent a house. Now it's your call.
Like if a 26 to 25 years guy, like he has to, how much he has to save by his retirement age of 55, as per the current statistics with the good and desired columns.
Lakshman, I would be sharing the Excel. I would prefer you trying to use that Excel and try to do it.
Yeah.
In any case, if you're not able to, you can always ping me on the WhatsApp. You are part of the WhatsApp group?
Yeah, I just joined.
Okay, thanks Lakshman for joining. Nagesh, I don't have any session as of now about buying and renting house, but yes, very soon we will be coming up with a session. After these seminar sessions, it is one of the sessions that we have planned in the pipeline.
It's like when you compared the, while whether to take a house, I mean, purchase a house or stay in rent. So you were like, preferably you were going for renting a house, but whatever we pay, like, nowadays the the rent is only 32-35, whatever is we are paying, it's like, it's all going in vain, right? I mean, it's not, if you are paying it to bank as an EMI, it is your asset, okay, for which you are paying. But when you rent, it is just that, you are.
Okay. Shaili, I got your question. Okay, I will just show you a quick demo. Because since many of you are interested in this rent versus buying, let me show you a quick demo. Okay, now here it is. Tell me, if you are renting a house, what would be the rent?
Maybe 35,000.
Which place?
You can say CV Raman Nagar or Marathali.
Okay, I don't think the rentals are there so high.
It is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 35,000.
And yearly also it gets increased, right? 3,000.
5%. Yeah, 5% is a standard increase rate. Okay. And if you are buying a flat, what would be the cost of that flat?
It will be 80 to 1 crore. If you are going for a decent one with all amenities and everything.
Okay. 80 to 1 crore. Now 80 to 1 crore, if I'm buying, this is like, yeah, thousands. This is a 80 to 1 crore. Now what would be my EMI for this?
I'm not sure.
My EMI would be, if I'm going for a 15-year loan, it would be somewhere around 900 rupees per lakh. So if I'm even going for 80 lakhs loan, it would be somewhere around 72,000 bucks. Now I have a choice. What I have a choice? Either to pay to 72,000, because then I'm paying 37,000 more. 37,000 more. This 37,000 I can save into mutual funds as my SIP and see them growing. And this growth would be somewhere around 12%. Or I keep paying this EMI, and ultimately the flat at what I've taken, normally residential property grow at a rate of somewhere around 8 to 9%. 8 to 9%. Okay. I will be showing this detailed calculation in a detailed session, but this is where the difference would be, that the opportunity cost, this 37,000 which I'm paying, if I'm investing into mutual funds, what the fund value would be and what my flat cost would be. Buying flats doesn't increase much in your, and after 20 years, the construction will become zero. The construction cost of the flat goes down. Only your land cost would be there. And nowadays, because of the kind of spanning and everything, you hardly get much of your land value, isn't it, in flats? Because there is a lot of common area and everything, your share of land is very minimal. So what is the appreciation that you would be getting? Somewhere around 6 to 7%. So this 5% higher increase, which this SIP gives, no, this ultimately makes you rating out this flat much more economical. First thing. Second, what happens is tomorrow, God forbid, something happens and you are down, your income goes down, you lose your job or anything, you have an option. What? From this 35, you can switch on even to a 20,000 rent, isn't it? Can't you do it? You can easily do it. But can you reduce your EMI? No, it's not in your hand. So this brings in flexibility as well. Okay. I cannot take much time on this. So I just try to explain in brief. If you are not able to understand, don't worry. We'll be having a detailed session on this again.
Can you tell the conclusion of that?
The conclusion, that's what I said, no, that at the end of the day, financially, it would be much more prudent for you to rent out an apartment till the time your net worth is more than the amount of, see, ultimately, it all depends on your net worth. Unless and until your net worth is more than the amount of the house that you want to buy, you should not be buying a property.
Okay.
Because what you're doing is, by buying a property without having your own net worth, you are taking a loan against your future income, which is again uncertain. Today, if I have got a 1 crore net worth and if I'm buying a 1 crore property, I know I already have a 1 crore asset in my hand. So tomorrow, if need comes, I can liquidate my net worth and pay off my entire loan. But when I'm doing it against my future income, which is uncertain, there is no guarantee. There is no guarantee that your future income will continue to grow the way it is growing. There is no guarantee that in future that your income would sustain. No such guarantees.
One question.
Yeah.
So as we are employees,
This is the last question.
Yeah.
Yes.
As
Yeah.
we are employees, so we'll get if we pay the EMI, we'll get the tax benefit, right?
Yeah, if you pay the EMI, you will get the tax benefit.
So are we including that in the calculation?
What is the amount of tax benefit that you would be getting?
So it's 3L per year, I think, per annum.
So you are eligible for a interest expenditure about almost 2.5 lakhs. If you are on 30% income, if you are 13% tax bracket, okay, on 2.5 lakhs, what you would be saving is somewhere around 80 to 90,000.
Okay.
So this tax saving is much more lesser than the returns that would be generated on your mutual funds.
Okay.
Where your income tax would be only 10%. Your long-term gain capital tax would be only 10%. Okay. So your tax saving is an additional advantage. It is a misconception or it is a mis-selling that for your tax saving, go and take a home loan.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is a risk in mutual funds as well, right?
Yeah, that I will be taking up in the next session. So, guys, mutual fund questions, share market questions, everything in the next session. Let's focus on what we have learned on today's session. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Rajesh, and thank you, everyone.